tailback. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll drop to throw, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll set up a throw. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No. Check. Patriot.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
All right, here we go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Goff on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed pop.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in his drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Over! All right, now, look at 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll let it go deep for Freeman. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. And out come the Dolphins now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Value three.
On first down, gone. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Starting left here. 12.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11.
Now a first down throw. Gone. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon. and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here we go. Green 19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 56 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll try and sneak it here. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up 1st downs.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue.
He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Go, 12, go. Shell.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Evans in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Louis.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Going for the deep ball. Looking for his receiver Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Over!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And a loose football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And it's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st down, it's gone. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Goff. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. To throw on second down is Goff. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll turn the ground game here with the running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Goff now on second down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Taco Charlton in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offense.
Now he'll be hit from behind, and he has landed on hard.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 62 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back now in Miami. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter. They've got the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Dolphins. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up a throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And they'll go on the ground. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 11. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw now on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
All right, now look at 56. Look at.
They'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Now let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Back to throw. That's caught inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Freeman. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney!
On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Let's go!
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Goff now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now it's gone. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining. And they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. It's hauled in by Shepard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Goff on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
After the interception, here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there in overtime. 56 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking at each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They come out here in the eye. Goff going to keep it himself. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time, as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very